Hello, welcome. Welcome to the garden or outside the kitchen with special guest Neil Birse. Lovely to have you with us. Well, if life is about contrast, last week we were in St Macher's Cathedral with all the splendour that is St Macher's and the beautiful stained glass windows. But this year we're with Mother Nature, and nothing wrong with that. The sun is setting. We have a little gazebo that I ordered just in case it rained, and it has been raining in Aberdeenshire today. So it's lovely that you're with us. I'm hoping that there are some people with us. Let me just see. I'm hoping so. Yes, there are. Thank you for joining us. So it's Fiona's kitchen, outside the kitchen, in the garden. Socially distanced, of course, and there's a bit of a jazz theme today because, of course, Neil is a graduate of Guildhall School of Music in London, so he's a jazzer. And Neil, how long were you there for?
4 years.
4 good years?
4 very good years, yeah. Very full, very good years.
And are you managing to play much just now?
Well, lockdowns nationally have hit a lot of musicians and artists quite a lot, but I'm surprised by how much playing is happening.
Yeah.
I'm certainly doing a lot of practice.
And it's lovely to be able to do the kitchen concert because it's just lovely. I mean, it's contrasts, you know, a cathedral one week, the garden, inside the kitchen, outside, sometimes with the dogs, sometimes my husband continuing to watch telly. There's lots. Now I'm going to say hello to a couple of people who have joined us. Hi, Andy Robbins. That's a funny kitchen, Fifi. Indeed. Dale Walker. Hi, Dale. Judith. Hi, Judith Watt. Very nice for you to join us. And I know that there are lots of people in Aberdeen joining us, and I wanted to give a special shout out today because I'm very involved with Voluntary Service Aberdeen, and there are some wonderful residents who are in a number of the homes that VSA look after. So I want to say a special hello to residents at Rutherston House and Crosby House and Broomhill Park. And I want to say a very belated happy 90th birthday to Can at Cloverfield Grove. She turned 90 just 2 weeks ago, I think. So we're sorry we missed your birthday on that day, but we'll sing happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Ruth, happy birthday to you. So I hope you're well, and I hope you're all doing well at Cloverfield Grove and all the VSA homes, and indeed all the care homes, because I know this is a really tough time for everyone and not being able to have their families visit. So we're bringing you some music. We've got aircraft in the distance, cows in the field next door, dogs barking, and we're going to have a bit of a jazz theme because, well, it's your thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are we going to start with today, and give us your theme?
Well, I think today we're going to start with Irving Berlin's How Deep is the Ocean. But as our theme this week, I think we'll be playing music inspired by and from a collaboration that Tony Bennett did with Bill Evans, the great piano player Bill Evans. And in the 70s, when rock music and rock and roll was becoming more prevalent, Tony Bennett got dropped by his record label. And wondering what to do next, Annie Ross suggested that he did an album with Bill Evans. And it was quite a groundbreaking album for jazz singers, really, with the accompaniments that Bill Evans was doing.
Because that particular album was Tony Bennett just with Bill Evans on piano, yeah. And I suppose at that time before then it was orchestras, but to pair it right back in the way that we are doing in the garden right now. But it's a bit of a tribute to Tony Bennett and of course the connection with Annie Ross. But we'll talk about that later. What's your first?
So I'm going to start with How Deep is the Ocean, which is an Irving Berlin song.
Take it away.
Okay.
on piano, live from the kitchen, outside the kitchen, not in the kitchen, in the garden, in Blair's, Aberdeenshire, on a kind of, the sun is just about to set and it's a bit of a grisly day, but actually it doesn't look like that. I'm just thinking, because we've got this great gazebo, we're undercover and we're fine, and that's really lovely. So welcome to all of you who are joining us from wherever you are. It's sort of a jazz feel tonight, and I'm going to be tested a little bit, I'm not going to lie, because when Neil and I spoke about it, I said, yeah, I'm happy to try something that's jazzy. So this is a song that is by George and Ira Gershwin, and I've always loved it, never sung it in my puff before until about half an hour ago, but you'll know this one and you might be able to join in as well. There are many, many crazy things keep me loving you, and with your permission may I list a few. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road called love. Still I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. My husband has come, he's ventured out of the kitchen to give a round of applause. That was fun to sing. There's nothing quite like being happily pushed out of your comfort zone. I mean, if you thought I only sang little Celtic ballads and pretty little tunes, Neil Birse, Neil Birse, you've tested me and I'm trying to rise to the challenge. And I want to say hello to a few people that I know. Hi, Hannah. Hi. Hello. And
Patricia Wilson, hello from North Berwick.
oh, hello, Patricia Wilson from North Berwick.
Andrew Duncan, hello from Inverness.
Andrew Duncan in Inverness.
Louis Pickup Dinnet.
Hello, Louis Pickup from
Your
Dinnet.
friend Danny Barnes is tuned in.
Hey, Danny Barnes, old Cosmopolitan days. Lovely to have you with us in the garden.
Mari Spate
Oh.
Poole and Dorset.
Oh, from Poole and Dorset. Mary, you've been watching a few weeks and I keep meaning to say hi to you because, well, Poole's a long way and it's very nice that you're joining us because, Danny, I can't remember, are you down sort of south of England way now? I think you are. Oh, Laurie Houlihan, I see, and Roddy Shaw are watching. Sophie's helping me. She's
I saw somebody wrote, I sense a jazz nightclub appearance at your funeral, but it says in your future.
Oh. Oh.
I read it wrong.
Sophie read the remark wrong. She thought I was going to have a jazz concert at my funeral. But actually
In the future.
it's in the future as opposed to my funeral.
Cool.
I've got very reliable people reading out just because I can't see anything. Now I've got my family reading out stuff. You're fired.
Fine.
Fine. Oh, she's off with us. No, please come back. Tell me more. Come back. You're not fired. Linda Nolan, my sister-in-law, is watching from Dublin, and George. And George, I know you love jazz because your dad was just such a great piano player. In our family, of course, there's great musicians on our side of the family, but also on my husband's side of the family. His auntie and granny were great pianists, and his aunt studied in London. And we're talking, many years ago. And on George's side, George Nolan's side, his father, I think, had 2 grand pianos in his front room.
That sounds nice.
And he would sort of drift from one to the other, and just happy memories and great to know that you're watching. But we've got some piano player here, and Liz Calder, great Liz, and Anne, that's Anderson, that's lovely. Well, welcome to the garden. Thank you for joining us. What are you going to play now, Neil?
Well, I thought I would play a composition of Bill Evans's that he also recorded with Tony Bennett called Waltz for Debbie.
Lovely.
And Bill Evans was classically trained and highly influenced by classical music, and I think you can really hear that in this composition.
Well, I don't think I've ever heard this before, but if you weren't tuned in earlier, we were just talking about the connection of how Tony Bennett lost his record contract in the 70s.
I think so, yeah.
And Annie Ross, who of course was the sister of Jimmy Logan, my godfather, Annie grew up in America, fabulous jazz singer. So she suggested to Tony Bennett that he collaborate with this amazing pianist, Bill Evans. And there was this album recorded, which was just, the bee's knees. So take it away, Neil.
Thank you.
Waltz for Debbie. for Debbie. Beautifully played. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm sort of in a roof garden in New York or somewhere. All I'm missing is the cocktail. You can see the sun is really coming. It's really setting now. Karen Riley, hi. You're in Mallorca. Mike and Karen, have a wonderful time there. And Linda Milne, as always, we can rely on you joining us.
Fred Duncan.
Oh, Freddie Duncan. Oh, Freddie and Kathleen.
Yeah, Kathy Ann McPhee in Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, Kathy Ann McPhee. Hi,
Andrew
Kathy.
Walker is very happy to see you in the garden or outside.
Andrew Walker, great. It's so lovely. France, Mallorca, Nova Scotia. I know Susie Wong will be watching in Australia. It might be in the morning for breakfast. Jamie Alistair Sutherland. It's turned out to a beautiful evening. It really has. The sun is coming. Oh, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
beautiful.
Going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous sunset. I also wanted to say birthday wishes. We missed Karen de Ramo's birthday last week, and they live in Kentucky. They live in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't think you can see behind me, but you know, my husband has reached new heights. He's come out of the kitchen, he's gone out into the back there, and he's hitting balls for our puppy to go and fetch. And it seems like they're having a good time. Hello from Ballater. Hi, Veronica. Lovely. I bet you it's beautiful in Ballater. Will you just tell my brother-in-law, Andrew Walker, how beautiful it is in Ballater? Because I keep telling him to come and move there. I would love to go on my holidays to Ballater.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? I know what we're going to do now. We're going to do another test for me. Now, this song was only recorded by Ella Fitzgerald and Frank Sinatra. Thank you, Neil, for dropping me in this big time. I've certainly loved this song, listening to it over the years, because it dates back to the 1930s. And it is one of the ultimate love songs, night and day. A little bossa nova. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you. Night and day, day and night. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Night and day, night and day. Under the hide of me, there is oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. And this torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day. Such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day, night and day, night and day, day and night, night and day, night. We did it! Night and day. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. The bossa nova thing is brilliant. I don't know. This is sort of transporting me, sitting with a martini in, I don't know, the Algonquin Hotel in New York. If you've ever been lucky enough to go to New York, there's nothing quite like having a cocktail. And then there's a great place that I used to love to go to called Maria's Crisis, which is just such a great name for a bar. And Maria's Crisis has 2 upright pianos and brilliant piano players, of course, not as good as you, of course. They play all the songs from the musicals, and everyone just stands with a cocktail and sings along with, I don't know, The Sound of Music, Carousel, you name it, they sing it. And it is just a brilliant place to go. So if you're in New York, if you're watching in New York, if you're allowed to go out, beat a path to Maria's Crisis. Hi, Anne. How are you? Anne saying that a jazz funeral wouldn't be all that bad. I think it'd be jolly good fun. I agree. I'm warming to this. I'm warming to this whole jazz thing altogether. It's I'm enjoying it. And Marjorie Mackay, listening to you as always from Dunnet, Caithness, north of Scotland. Looks as if you have fruit in your garden. We do. We've been growing potatoes, leeks, onions. I've been growing tomatoes in the conservatory. Our cabbages are phenomenal. I can't even begin to tell you. We planted cabbages. We've got 89 cabbages. We're now down to about 70. We're nearly cabbaged out, but you know what? It's so good for you that we're going to just keep eating them. We're giving them to friends as presents. We'll post one to you if you like. Hi, Elizabeth Mackenzie. Delighted that you've joined us. Hilary, hello. Wonderful that you're with us. And Famie Cameron, how did the golf go? Actually, I played golf with my son this morning. 3 pars. 3 pars. Unheard of. I don't know. I think I was still half asleep. I didn't care. I think that's made the difference. Thank you, Patricia. Love that. We got a thumbs up for night and day. Paige, hi Paige. Laurie, I remember drinking clementines after University of Aberdeen dinner in New York. I remember that well. Lydia Hutchinson from Nashville, Tennessee. They're all joining us now. I hope you were in from the beginning, Lydia. There's so much happening in Nashville outside. Rosie, love the Bossa Nova vibe. Thank you for the music and the sunshine. So it's all good. What are you going to play for us now?
I was thinking Body and Soul next, which is a Johnny Green composition.
Yeah.
Also dating from the 30s.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a 30s vibe going here because I guess there was so much. I mean, there were a lot of piano bars, there was a lot of jazz going on in small venues, a piano and a bass, just a wonderful combination, little...
Yeah, lots of great music came out of the 30s, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge amount.
Okay,
Here we go.
Let's hear it. Wow. Wow. How amazing. Amazing. Fantastic. Oh, to play the piano like that. What a gift. I don't know about you. During all this lockdown time, have you been promising yourself that you're going to learn a language, learn an instrument? I mean, if I had a penny for every time I said, okay, I'm definitely going to really learn the piano now, and I'm definitely going to take up the guitar, and I'm going to learn Italian. But strangely, none of that has quite happened. But I have asked Neil to give me some lessons, and oh, my husband just said, oh, please. Look, I am going to try. Let me see who's watching. Caroline Elizabeth, thank you so much. Such a wonderful treat. Well, thank you for joining us. That's great.
Colin Manders is admiring Dad's swing.
Oh, Colin Manders is admiring Dad's swing. You bet. He just said it is a thing of beauty. Darling, why are you playing golf today? Why, this is the only day. Normally you're in the kitchen ignoring me. Why have you come out to annoy us out here by... You're a distraction with swinging golf clubs and the dogs running. If only you could just see this. Okay, and I wanted also to say that this week we would have been doing Sing, Sing, Sing. Laura Pike, wonderful conductor, musician, piano player, choir master, mistress extraordinaire. We would have been doing Sing, Sing, Sing for Voluntary Service Aberdeen. And Voluntary Service Aberdeen is celebrating its 150th anniversary of doing amazing work in the city of Aberdeen. And they recently, the building is now built. I think it's wind and watertight, a wonderful new building to help people with mental health challenges. So we've been doing throughout lockdown a bit of fundraising for that, but also I Sing for Peace, which many of you will know about and maybe have read about, but I was going to say to Georgia, maybe you could put up a link about it. I Sing for Peace is a wonderful initiative by Neil McLennan, and it's a great collaboration of Paul Mealer, Graham Davis, Thorin Ferguson, Niels Elders, Callum McCall, many others, Anthony White doing a lot of bringing about all the techie stuff together. And basically what we are calling out for anyone who sings, hums, is in a choir, feels so inclined to join with us and sing for peace. And the song Stronger for the Storm can be found online, and there's very clear instructions as to what you would have to do to sing along with it and then submit it. And then there's going to be a great charity single in time for Remembrance Sunday, which will be released, and we will be supporting Voluntary Service Aberdeen, Red Cross Disaster Fund, the Royal Ex-Servicemen's League, and the University of Aberdeen. And we just know that all of the charities right now are going through such a hard time because they cannot fundraise in the usual way. But there is a way through, I guess, going online, downloading the song. That's even if you don't want to sing or don't want to join with us in that way, you can donate directly, and I think there is a Virgin Giving site that you could do. So I'm hoping that Georgia May will be putting up info on that. Yes, someone has put up that. VSA was founded, as I said, 150 years ago, and they just do an incredible amount of work. And I'd like to give a special shout out to all the frontline workers there, because they do an amazing job. They keeping all the vulnerable residents safe during these past few months, especially when families haven't been able to go in and visit. So the staff have been amazing, and they've gone above and beyond. They're just doing everything they can, and I think that they can proudly say, Voluntary Service Aberdeen, that they have 22 homes across the city and not one case of COVID, and it's touch wood. Everyone keeps safe and keeps well, and I hope that all the residents are enjoying the concert. And a big shout out to everyone, and especially to all the residents, but all the frontline workers who just keep on going. And we appreciate, goodness me, all the frontline workers that are doing everything in our hospitals across the world, NHS in the UK, You're just amazing. And musicians, we can just try and play our part a little bit by keeping people cheery and upbeat and sing things that they've never ever thought of singing before. So look up I Sing for Peace. Probably next week I'll sing Stronger for the Storm again. It's not so much a jazzy song, it's a kind of ethereal song. I love it. It's just it's beautiful, and we want the more people that can join with us, the better. So have a listen, download it, donate to the charities, do what you can, and it will all be hugely appreciated. So what are we going to do to close? I know. It's an Ira Gershwin. No, it's a Duke Ellington song. And it takes us back a little bit to Tony Bennett, because he recorded this with Lady Gaga. And if ever there is a lady that can sing, it is Lady Gaga. I saw her sing The Sound of Music in front of Julie Andrews. That was some gig. And she has the ability, because that's the interesting thing about voices, but I suppose for another time. And I thought maybe next week we would go through Stronger for the Storm, because it's a sort of different way that you sing certain songs. And jazz, you have to use your voice in a different way. So we're going to do this one. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. It don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is sing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you've got. Oh, don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Woo! Go, Neil! Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. One more time. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Yeah! That was such fun. There is nothing quite like being thrown out of your comfort zone and into... I've even challenged Neil, and that's saying something. Oh boy. And the midges are coming out.
You mean like Saturday?
How do you mean? What happened on Saturday?
You went swimming?
Oh, I went swimming. Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you. I was really challenged. I'm gonna write all this in a newsletter, because every week I do a newsletter for subscribers. And if you go to my website, Georgia May, shove up the thing, because it would be lovely. Just subscribe, because I write a little bit about what my week's been. This past weekend, I actually thought that I may not be singing, because I went to our friend's socially distanced, different house. I want to say this up front, in near Ely. And she invited me to go swimming in the sea, just in my swimming costume, no wetsuit or anything. So I did that 2 days on the trot. It was Baltic. I cannot even tell you how cold it was. I stayed there with... yeah, what else did I do? Yeah, kayaking. She then took me... This was Belinda's commando course. I then went kayaking, cycling. I'm not naturally, I have to say, a very sporty person, but I'm now feeling like sort of amazingly fit and sporty, and I would just like to say a public thank you to Belinda for making me do these things, and that fact that I'm feeling so much better today. I don't know, it's really good. So I'm going to say hello to a few people.
Johnny Bet wants to know if I'm here.
Oh, was I off?
No. No, I was just saying Johnny Bet wants to know if I'm here.
Oh yes, Johnny Bet wants to know if Sophie is here. Sophie Kennedy Clark is at home. She has been responsible for...
Nothing.
She said nothing. She put up the light. She helped me with the sound. She actually put up the gazebo. Now, I ordered a gazebo. I had no idea, of course, what size, but Sophie managed to put this up, which I think is extremely...
Highly commendable.
Highly commendable. Now, John Hopkins and Rhoda MacDonald are watching. Lovely to have you. So I think, can you play a little jazz to see us out? Because I think, I hope now that you have a cocktail. I've got a drippy nose. The midges are coming out. The sun has gone down. And are you okay? Is there anything else I've forgotten, Sophie? No? Any rude remarks that you can't read out? Don't read out.
No, then I have nothing.
Then she has nothing to say. Nothing at all?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing at all. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to play a 12-bar blues in F.
12-bar blues in F. Thank you so much for watching. On piano. Thank you, Neil.
Well, thank you.
Well, Neil's a regular, and who knows what will be happening in the garden next week. Who knows what will happen as the weather gets colder, because frankly, nobody knows what's going on anyway. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week, and we'll have something of a surprise, but we'll definitely do Stronger for the Storm and maybe a bit of a singing lesson. If anyone wants a singing lesson, we could maybe do something like that, something a little bit different. And I wanted to say finally a shout out to all the members in VSA's choir who I did a Zoom with last night, and they're all practicing Stronger for the Storm, ready for us all to join in together. And I'm really excited about that because they're singing harmonies and some are singing the tune with me, and then it will all be put together by Callum Malcolm, and that's exciting. So look out for I Sing for Peace and support it if you can, and join us in the garden next time. Thanks so much.